What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about OnyxCoin today, XCN USD. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, you guys. It is the 15th day of September, and here we are at about 1.14 cents with 9 hours and 45 minutes left in the day. Continuing to drop down, but we are at this area where ideally we would find support. We'd find support at this prior resistance now. Bitcoin can move lower, and OnyxCoin does not have to move lower, right? The low is in for Bitcoin. The low is in. It's established. So, and if the low is in for OnyxCoin as well, OnyxCoin really could move up or at least not move lower while Bitcoin is moving lower. So if Bitcoin does move down to about 113K, 114K, whatever, 112K, probably doesn't go to 112K, but something in that area, OnyxCoin is it's possible that it does not move lower with it, right? So right here is a perfect area to find support. We're going to try and build out a case for why we would find support here, looking at the 1 hour time frame, 4 hour time frame, and the daily time frame. If things look bearish, then we'll just be open with that and honest with that as well. It's very possible that we could go lower. And if we do go lower, perhaps we see a lower low, perhaps we see a slightly higher low or a double bottom. Anything and everything could happen. We do have this kind of rounded shape here. Maybe we come down and we get a V shape, and that's a Eve and Adam double bottom. It could happen, but let's look at the 1 hour time frame. Let's stop dilly-dallying and get into it. I don't know if I said it already or not, but hit the like button, subscribe, let's go. Okay, so here we are. Looking at the 1 hour time frame first. The RSI is pretty bearish. It is pretty bearish. We do have a double bottom in the RSI, which is pretty nice to see, honestly. But that could be why we've moved up here. That doesn't mean that we have to continue moving up. That might be it. But I would think that if we were, moving up and then coming back down to move down, I would think that we would have found resistance here and just made that move down. The fact that we're shaving this a little bit makes me think we could come up. Stochastics don't look the best, and the MACD doesn't look the best right now. So up in the air, but leaning more to the bearish side. The one thing that's really giving me the two things that's really giving me the bullish kind of idea that we would move up and that we wouldn't move lower from here is that you double bottomed on your RSI and you're not really rejecting this area where you should reject. Your rejection's not rejecting, right? But maybe it just hasn't been long enough yet. Maybe it will. Look at that on the 4 hour. That's a really nice reaction on the 4 hour time frame too. In this area, right, at a low point where you would expect to find resistance, or where you found resistance before, where you'd expect to find support now, support there. That's a nice reaction. That's actually a really nice reaction. The RSI here being around the 40, that's a pretty ideal area to find support. We have broken out of our uptrend in the RSI, and that's okay. It's very possible that we do go lower as a result of that. We could go down to the oversold area, but sometimes you just find support right there at the 40. We have found support at the 40 before. We found it right here. We found resistance at it before. This is an area where things do like to turn around, so that's a very nice reaction we had on that last candle. Let's see what we do with this candle by the end of it. Time will tell. The stochastics are bearish at the moment. I don't like that we've rejected the oversold zone here. I don't like that, right? We've come up before, rejected, that meant lower lows. We've come up before, rejected, that meant lower lows as well. Typically when you reject, that means lower lows, and we could look back at any of those instances. I mean, here you reject and lower lows. Here you reject, and actually it wasn't lower lows, but you still went lower. It was a double bottom, right? Double bottom, lower lows, whatever. Here you rejected and it meant lower lows. So just saying, it's typically not a good thing. And if we do see lower lows, I think that that's fine. It's nothing to be afraid of, right? And I don't just mean lower lows than this. I mean lower lows than this as well. But typically what we're looking at here in the stochastics, this rejection would not call for lower lows than this. It'd call for lower lows than this price here. But either way, I wouldn't be worried. Golden ratio support. Golden ratio support. That's nice to see. Low to high. You're right in the heart of the golden ratio, having a proper reaction. The goal at this point in time would be to get above about 1.25 cents. If we can get above 1.25 cents on a 4 hour closing basis or higher time frame, I would think that we validate this as a higher low, and we are moving up higher. So that's the goal, right? We can get above 1. Did I say 1.45, 1.25? 1.25. We can get above 1.25, but if we don't close above it on a 4 hour time frame or higher time frame, I would think that that's not good enough. We need to close above it, okay? Once we close above it, we validate that this is the low. We validate that we're moving up higher, and lottie-dottie, I like to party. If we're going on the, let's see, the daily time frame here, the MACD looks bullish also. I like that you're building bearish momentum, but you're not really You're not seeing anything terrible. You're at this area where you would expect to find support. You've got a higher low overall. And as far as the MACD goes, you could come down a little bit lower and bounce off that oversold zone. But look at that. We actually just turned that to a brighter red color because we might be turning things around here, you guys. That's not a bad look at all. Bitcoin can move lower, and OnyxCoin does not have to move lower. I know it's not normally what we see, but it happens at times. It does happen at times. Daily time frame. And it doesn't just happen exclusively for OnyxCoin. This isn't some, oh, he's saying that's happening because he loves OnyxCoin. It's his biggest bag. No. I'm saying that because it happens to any and all cryptos. Sometimes, and oftentimes enough, actually, this cycle, we've seen it where Bitcoin will, after it finds its low especially, where it will go lower, not lower than its low, but lower, and altcoins will not go lower because they're more volatile, or they move up more. I don't know. Looking at this on a daily time frame, rejecting the overbought zone is not ideal, but typically when you do that, you look to find support at the 50. Hey, we're there now. 50 it is. We could be finding support. If we could close today here or higher, we would be getting that 50 bounce. Stochastics rejected the overbought zone. That's not ideal, but we could be bouncing off the 50 as well. And the MACD looks ready to come back up above the zero line. I mean, last time we were down here, we did find support, and we went up above the zero. So that also promoted some solid growth over a few days. I wouldn't be surprised if going into the end of this month we saw some dramatically higher prices, fantastically higher prices, right? And I think that this will be the time that we do break out. This will be the appropriate moment in this thing's existence that we do break out. Let's see. Maybe not the ABC correction that we're looking for. I don't know. Is that the right? Should I measure it from there? It just seems so far gone. It seems like the move didn't really start until here. Like this is the down move. I don't know. Clearly it started back here, but then that's just not big enough. Whatever. It's some kind of 1, 2, 3 ABC correction. And if it is what we think it is, then once we get above about 1.6 cents, 1.5 cents, we should be breaking out, breaking free, and soaring, flying. There's not a star on this chart we can't reach. And we're flying, and we're hitting 26 cents or 32 cents. High to low, we're going to go all the way up to 26 to 32 cents. That's the expectation. I got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more content, and I'll see you on the next one, okay? Take care of yourselves. Take care of your families. Give them lots of love, right? Families are for loving. They're for loving, man. Even if they're, I don't want to say the word, zit heads. Haha. Ha. You know what I'm saying. Even if they're a pain in your butts, give them a hug, man. They're your family. You know you love them. You know they love you. And everybody's situation's different. Obviously, if you've got someone toxic in your life who's blood related, protect your peace. Protect your peace. But there's no love like family's love, man. And family doesn't have to be blood either. It can be you can have family that's not blood. I've got like 3 moms in my life. You know what I mean? Like, but my real mom is my mom, and I love her more than anyone else. But my best friend's mom is like a mom to me, right? And my other best friend's mom is like a mom to me. Like, it's just, it's just kind of how it is. Like, you don't need to be blood related to have family, right? Family is what you know what your family is. Give your family love. That's the main point. Hit the like button. That's the secondary point. I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves. And we're flying, yeah, we're breaking free. Ooh, breaking free. We're soaring.